NIKKE players are very upset right now due to the continued support, continued favoritism of Chinese players, and the Chinese server specifically. In this instance, they continue to get more of what we as global players want. Now let's go ahead and let's take a look. NIKKE's minigame is absolutely insane right now. The new NIKKE minigame for the Stellar Blade collab. I haven't logged into NIKKE today. That isn't live yet, right? Wait, this is in NIKKE? Dude, this is in NIKKE? Or is this in Stellar Blade? I'm sorry, wait, what? I'm sorry, what, did it tell us? I was so distracted. Experience powerful boss battles from the original Stellar Blade recreated as a minigame in native raid. They pretty much put NIKKE in Stellar Blade and Stellar Blade in NIKKE, but which is it for? How is it even gonna run on phone? Okay, so this isn't NIKKE. That's wild. That's actually insane. It's NIKKE? There is no way, dude. That is what, god damn. That is crazy that they can do that. Dude, I have so much hope for the new NIKKE, or the new ShiftUp open world gacha in 2027 after seeing that. God damn, this is NIKKE that showed the minigames in Stellar Blade later in live stream. Oh my god. That is sick. I'm so excited for the Stellar Blade collab, chat. Interdimensional Joint Service Defense War. That looks sick. When's it going live? The 12th. Goddamn, got another few days to wait. This is Raven.
This world is so similar to mine. No wonder it makes me sick.
So sick. Oh my god.
Leave all the mechanical
Lily.
stuff to me. Maintenance, repairs, enhancements, you name it, I've got it all covered.
Well, if there's one thing NIKKE characters do not need, it is enhancements.
Our weapons can take down raptures, so we'll be able to help.
Dude, Eve looks sick in game. God damn. That is awesome, dude. Like, that's genuinely so awesome. But I did see that there was an issue going on with NIKKE right now. Let me see if I can find it. Keep scrolling. I want to go up. NIKKE, like Stellar Blade, ShiftUp really cooked collabing with themselves. That is very true. Here it is. China NIKKE eating good. This is what I was actually tagged in to react to. This got 3,800 upvotes on Reddit, 611 comments. So what I gathered was that Dorothy on the left, Modernia on the right, currently existing characters in NIKKE, got 2 new outfits that were specific to China, and players are very unhappy. Why are players unhappy? Because global players did not get these. These are Chinese skins only. China is getting better skins than global. These are wedding skins. These are some of the arguably most desirable outfits in gacha. They're swimsuits and there are wedding skins. These are the 2 biggest, most desirable outfit styles in gacha. We did get Modernia and just a commander shirt. Yes, that is true. No, like I understand we got a lot of great skins for global, and I do genuinely appreciate that, and I will give ShiftUp here credit for giving us so many incredible outfits over the years, but I also understand where players are coming from because China is getting different things. Quality of life improvements, updates, outfits, buffs, nerfs that global is not getting. So global players are looking at this and they're like, well, that is actually really good. We should be receiving that too. And they're not. ShiftUp could be giving it to us, but they're not. Now, I will play devil's advocate here. China is being developed separately as an entirely separate unit, an entity. So I don't think generally, and this is just speculation, but I don't think ShiftUp is really in control of the Chinese version anymore. And what they essentially did, and this is just my own personal opinion, don't take it as fact. What they did was essentially sell the IP to China, so China could independently do whatever they wanted. They could independently change anything in NIKKE. Right? They could change the story, they could change the characters, they could change whatever they wanted. And ShiftUp, which is a Korean developer, would have very little, if any, control over the property within their country. But since they have essentially sold them the IP, they have a residual income from China. So they're going to continue making a shit ton of money from whatever China does to the game. Before we go any further, I do want to take a moment here to thank all of my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I genuinely cannot thank you all enough for the support. Now, just because China could do whatever they want with the game doesn't mean that, you know, global players are going to see that and necessarily be okay with that. So this is a double-edged sword. Because in so doing this, in giving China this creative freedom over the game for all intents and purposes, they're essentially allowing China to do better things than they themselves are doing. So if they themselves don't live up to the implemented features and mechanics and everything and the skins evidently that China is introducing into their game, then global players are going to or they're going to find issues with it. They're going to complain. They're going to desire these things as well. Then you're going to run into the issue where global players are no longer happy with the global version of NIKKE because China's version is better. Now, I'm not saying that's the case, but it could very well get to that. These wedding skins are a clear example of China getting something global players want. The buffs, the quality of life improvements, all the alterations that were made in NIKKE, you know, weeks ago, those were all clear examples of what global players want. But global is not getting them. So it is going to be very interesting to see what they ultimately end up doing with this, with the Chinese version of the game, and how ShiftUp, again, being Korean and operating the global version, remedy this and keep players happy with the state the game is in and the things that global is not getting that China is getting. And again, like the Stellar Blade thing though, that is really sick. So clearly like NIKKE is still introducing tons of really great stuff. But the concern here is, this is what NIKKE is offering us. This is what NIKKE is offering China. This is what we should be getting. See? So this is what players want. Players don't want this. Players don't want this. They want this. Let's see the sheer and utter frustration players have. Wait, this is a pass costumes too? It's not even gacha? Wait, no way. Dude, they're getting these outfits. You don't even need to spend the $60 for the gacha? Oh my God, these are cheap ass outfits. No way. You get those insanely good wedding outfits and they're just cheap ass passes. God damn, that's wild. Global could still get them. I hope they do. Here we go again. Yeah, we do. Your finest pardon, I fucking beg. Feel the enrichment, right? Yeah, it's gonna enrich global and China. Yeah, I remember that. This makes me so damn sad. Like, why are we splitting content between two communities on this level? Why not just put the skins on global? Tencent most likely made the skins themselves only for the Chinese version, which is exactly what I said, right? I said that China's probably making these separately to global and global just has no say or input. Are you not best meme ever, chat? God damn. I'm not happy being a citizen of the Outer Rim. Beg your fucking pardon. Common, shift up L. The chat for Stellar Blade stream is gonna be a lot more enriched now. Want that Marion skill? What the hell? They can't keep getting away with it. I mean, true. China's getting 2 freaking bridal skins 2 weeks after launch. This is my favorite type of skin and it's China only. They better announce them for this in live stream. Which is, again, yeah. That's what I said. Like, this is one of the most desirable outfit types. I love this meme. I love this meme. Chinese players are eating well. They are. The goon is what it is, yeah. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.